What's going on, YouTube? Let's drop the kids off. Just wanted to sit here and chop it up with y'all on the way back home real quick before we start our day. Had something on my mind heavy, man, and I wanted to touch on how poverty is a disease that most people in our culture don't even see, right? I was watching a video yesterday and it kind of sparked this up for me because the quote that I heard in the video said that a fish can't see the water. You know, and that message was very powerful to me because that's how it is when you live in something, when you live in poverty, when you was raised in it, when it's all that you know, it seems normal. And it seems like it's what everybody should be doing, right? I got some examples of that from my life that I could share with you guys. Just like living and dying by the grace period, right? Like when we was raised, when we was growing up, we live and die by the grace period. We barely could pay our bills. We never really took care of our things growing up. Like, you know, like I didn't really get on top of a house and learn how to do gutters until I was a grown man. You know, and you always wonder why we was moving around a lot as a kid and never really, you know, could be stationed in one spot. You know, I lived in homeless shelters. I lived in, you know, aunts, uncles. I lived with people that I don't even know who they were. We done got adopted cousins and aunties. You know how I go in the black community, you know. But what I didn't realize is, like, it wasn't just the black community, right? Like, it's just about how you were raised and where you was brought up from. Because I got white friends that can spit the same morals as me, right? I got white friends that went through the same traumas as me as a kid, right? So it's definitely bigger than race here. I want to tap on how most people don't even know that it's happening. And you'll go through your whole life thinking that this is it because it's all you know. Like, I never seen nobody, not that I'm from the outside looking in, I've never seen nobody from that area or from that time or still doing the same thing that we was doing back in 2010. I ain't seen nobody make it yet. So that means something got to change, right? That means we got to come across some new information. And that's what I did, man. I'm trying to come across some new information. I'll tell you this, when me and my wife got together and then me learning the other side of things, right? Like, it's pros and cons to all this shit, believe me. But her parents taught her how to. She had the same bank account since she was 16. Her parents taught her how to pay bills fucking early if you have to. You know, didn't really, I won't say taught her about financial literacy, but taught her that, you know, she needed to take care of her shit. At least, right? So, like, the things that she buy, things that she get, she do take care of it. But on the flip side of that is, like, you would get carried away not understanding what's your needs from your wants. A lot of people don't know how to separate that. And that's a line where it's very hard to find, right? For me personally, I never really had nothing growing up. So when I came across some money, when I was getting some checks from these jobs that I was working and moving up and becoming, you know, more successful in my career, what happened is that I started spending money carelessly because I ain't never had it before. I wanted to know how it felt. I've never been a drug dealer. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna say I never sold drugs, but I ain't never been a drug dealer. It's a difference to me personally. You know what I mean? But hit that thumbs up, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. You know what I mean? If what I'm saying kind of resonates with you, like, but poverty is the disease that we have to escape from, right? And just as I was saying, is pros and cons to both sides of the spectrum, right? With her, she don't know how to separate the wants from the needs, right? And she kind of blurs the line, and then now we spending money that we shouldn't be spending because to her she needed it, but it was really just a want, right? And just like I said, when I first started touching some money, coming across some money, working from these jobs, then I used to spend it carelessly because I wanted to know how it felt to spend money, right? And then I actually, it didn't last very long. I mean, we've been married 10 years. So over the past 3 years, I mean, we've been together 10 years, married 8. For the last 3 years, I've been actually really toning in on my craft and working on financials and working on us and working on our future. And one thing that I would have say is like, you are blind to the fact that you are in poverty until you get out of it. You are blind to the fact that you are in poverty until you get out of it. Beforehand, anytime I got a credit card, it was to get something I really wanted, or go get a bottle, or go get these shoes, or go to this concert, or this and that. Now, I get credit cards just to not even use them, just to open up my credit card utilization to be able to have more leverage in the future. I know a lot of people out here getting these high APR credit cards and not doing nothing with them. Just blowing them, and then now they paying 3, 4, 5 times on their money for the next 3, 4 years. And they wondering why they still in debt. Because you've been paying interest for 3 years off of that one fucking night out. You know what I mean? But people don't really look at it that way. So when you step aside, and I tell you this from my personal experiences, man, like when I first seen how my wife moved, and she liked to keep everything nice and clean. And believe me, I want a woman that keep everything nice and clean rather than have a woman that is nasty and filthy. But when I can say subconsciously that, like, I know why it made me uncomfortable, because I wasn't comfortable being comfortable. I was comfortable with always being on the move, always being on the hot seat, never really paying too much close to detail to everything around you, like your houses and stuff like in your vehicles, because those are things that we just changed a dime a dozen. Those are things that we just got rid of. Like, we didn't never stay in the house for longer than a year. So what I look like changing outlet coverage and changing light fixtures and getting on the roof and doing the gutters and this and that, like what I look like doing that, if I'm not even gonna be here for like 6 months, right? So what I would say is, man, tap into your mindset, man. Start looking at things differently. Start viewing things differently. And I know it's hard, especially if you in it. If you living in it right now, like, you do not see it. You think it's normal. And what happens is, you'll go to social media and you will find validation in people that got similar situations to you. But I will say, there will be a lot of people with similar situations. But that's not a reason to cling on to that and say that, oh, it's okay, everybody does it. No, that's more of a reason to say, all right, I need to go over here and talk, because like talking to y'all ain't working. Okay? That's a reason to be like, okay, looking at this same information that I'm going through isn't working. Unless you're going to use it for your own motivation and for your own energy to use their circumstances to be able to avoid it, to be able to, detour. I'm telling you, like, that's not okay. Find people that's going to fuel you. Find people that you can learn some knowledge from. I promise you, there is another side of this shit. You don't got to stay in poverty. You don't got to live in this shit for the rest of your life. Do something now. That's what I did, man. Now, year 1 being a full-time entrepreneur, I'm in the stock. I'm in the stock market. I'm investing. This is Smith & Lessons right here. Savante. Go ahead, tap in, man. Like, comment, and subscribe. Join the tribe. We out.